Hi, how are you? In this little session, I will talk about computational thinking. So, in computational thinking, as you can see from the screen, we'll learn how to think to solve problems very fast and efficient. So, I'm trying here to think how to calculate and how to sum from 1 until 200 in less than 30 seconds. Think about it. Some people have studied these techniques in younger ages and some didn't. So now I want you to visualize that in your brain. Are you able to achieve something like that? Actually, this is a lot of hard work or a lot of work to be done. But if you think in a smart way, then you are able to find a formula. And if you manage to find the formula, you are able to solve this problem in a simple way. So I will share with you technique a technique that we are able to use not only to sum 1 to 200, but from 1 until 400 or from 1 until 800 in less than 30 seconds. So we need to know the secret. We need to know the formula. And if we know it, then we are able to apply it with everything else. So let me share with you another slide or the whiteboard. So here is the whiteboard. So here I divided my numbers into two tables, table 1 and table 2. Okay, so I said I want to sum the numbers from 1 until 200, right? So I said, okay, I want to divide my numbers into two tables like that. The first table carries the numbers from 1 until 100. And then the second table carries the numbers from 101 until 200. So we're trying to here find a way or something that is common so that we translate this table sub additions to a kind of formula that we can do it very easy. We need to actually come with two numbers that we can multiply together to get the result of summing from 1 until 200. So have a look here. If we bring the first number from the first table and add it to the number on the second table. So 1 plus 200 equal 201. And if we sum 2 plus 199, also 201. So there is something common here. We are able to find a pattern here. So if we add 3 plus 198, we also reach a result of 201. So what about here? What about 100 and 101? If we add them, we also reach 201. So it means that since we are having here in each table 100 elements, so simply if we say that the submission, the addition of each row here like that equal 201, so we can put it here, and we need to do that for 100 times. For each element in the table, we need to do this submission or addition between these two numbers, in one from table 1 and another number from table 2. So it simply means that we do this kind of addition 100 times. So it also simply means that we are able to do this submission or addition, adding numbers from 1 until 200 by just this simple multiplication. So if we understand this formula and we want to say that we want to add numbers from 1 until 400. in also a smart way. So what is the way to do that? So actually, we also need to make a table like that, and another table. Let's try to change here to make to visualize. So we need to add here from 1 until 200, and here from 201 until we reach 400. So we do the exact same thing. So here 3, 9. So if you add 1 and 400, what is the result? 401. Okay. So, and if we add 2 plus 399, we also end up with 401. If we do the same at the end of the table, so we also have 401. So what is that? It's something common here. It's a pattern that we are able to achieve. So in computer science and computer engineering, and not in general, if you are able to find patterns, it make your life easier. It make you're able to find solutions very easy. So have a look here. So same like we multiplied here, we have in this table 200 elements instead of 100 elements here. So we need to multiply. We do this kind of additions 200 times, one for each element in the table, in the two tables. So you see here, so I'm multiplying by what? By 401. Okay, so whatever the result, we don't care, but we find the formula. So and this you can find it easily using a calculator, but the point here that I want to understand what is the relation between this number and the two numbers that I got here. So if we find that and make a formula for it, then that can be actually a great thing to work, especially if we are able to put it in a computer program. So I will assume that my result here that I want to achieve, let me put in another color. I will assume that here I have y, which is my result that I want to achieve. And okay, we want to see here, we have two numbers, number 1 and number 2. And also we have here two numbers. Okay, so if we look at this, what is the relation between 400 and 401? And what is the relation between 400 and 200? Okay, so it seems to me that this 200, it's like half of the 400. Is that the same here? Is it a pattern? So can you see here? If you look at this 200, you find that if we divide it by 2, we end up by having this 100. So it means that to reach and have number 1, the first number here, so we can say that if we assume that this is x, okay, so we say x divided by 2. So if we divide 400 by 2, we reach 200. If we divide 200, which is x in our case, if we divide it by 2, we reach 100. So this is already a pattern, and we are able to represent it in this way. Okay, let us have a look at this. Okay, so what is the relation between 400 and 401? It seems that we add 1 to x here, or to 400, to the number that we want to sum to. Okay, so what about 200? What is the relation between 200 and 201? Oh, it's the same. So it means that if I have an x that I want to reach when I am doing the summing operation, if I add 1 to it, then I'm able to calculate the second number here. So the second number comes by adding x plus 1. Okay, so it means that if I want to know, if I want to sum from 1 until 800, so what I need to do, I simply can do something like this. I can simply say, okay, so x now equal 800. So x divided by 2 equals 400. And then x plus 1, 801. So I apologize here. Actually, this is a multiplication. This is a multiplication operation, same like here. It's not an addition. It's not an addition. This is a multiplication, same like here and here. Okay? So we need to multiply the first number and the second number. Okay? And also we need to do the same here because the formula, actually, we need to multiply two numbers to get the sum from 1 until 800. So we do that here. By using a calculator, we are able to reach that. So you see, once you reach a formula like that, you don't need to construct the two tables. You already know the secret. So if you want to change this 800 to 1000, you can do the same. Okay? So I wish that I managed to explain the topic to you. The importance of computational thinking. If we transfer problems and find patterns in these problems, we are able to ask the computer to help us solve this problem. Okay? I wish you enjoyed the class. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.